Hello guys, welcome back to my channel in English Academy. Guys, please like, share, follow, comment and subscribe the channel. Guys, if you have subscribed the channel, now we come on the topic, the poem Don't Call Me Indo Eglin, written by the famous poet Sayyid Amanuddin. Guys, before explaining the poem, we must know about a little introduction of the poet Sayyid Amanuddin. So guys, come on the topic and let's start now. Guys, Syed Amanuddin was born in the year 1934. He belongs to South India. He is an Indian poet, but now he is settled in the USA. But after sometimes he was settled in the USA. He is both a poet and critic. He writes in the modernist American tradition on a variety of subjects. He is a prolific writer who has written poems, criticism, and books on philosophy. Guys, Syed Amanuddin is one of the pronounced person of the poetic world. His style of writing is abnormal. He has written the poems in an unusual style without using marks of punctuations and capital letters. He doesn't like the use of hyphens. He starts a line at the margin and explains it in the lines to follow. Guys, he wrote most of the important works. So these are Adventures of Atman. It is an epic of the soul. Second, Age of Female in Chase. Age of Female in Chase. Third, Challenger of Poems. Fourth, the Children of Hiroshima. Fifth, James and James. And sixth, Lightning and Love. Guys, he also wrote on criticism. So his most important books on criticism is Creativity and Reception towards a Theory of Third World Criticism. Guys, after discussing of the poem, we must know about a little introduction of the poem. Don't call me Indo-Alien. Guys, in this poem, Syed Amanuddin writes in English and imagines in English but don't like to be called Indo-Anglian because he is disliked to this term. He doesn't want to be a mixture of culture and language. He doesn't like lack of imagination. He dislikes an unsuccessful relationship between an Indian and an English. He dislikes the use of hyphens and calls them artificial values in the name of race, religions, and language. He denounces all labels and labels makers. He doesn't like to be treated like a monrock specimen which is analyzed, labeled, and stored in the salvage again and again. Syed Amanuddin says that those people who call him Indo-Aryan calls class him with a small group of writers. They shoot him in a country yard and isolate him from other great poets. This isolation makes him invalid, and he said that the river Kaveri flows in his veins. He also said that the river Kaveri flows in his veins. His mind is full of happy associations of his native place in South India. He fondly remembers the Chamunsil goddess Durga slaying the demon Mahishasur and colorful Vrindavan garden fountains of Mysore. However, he isn't confined to the childhood scenes. He has broadened his outlook, mastered language, and discovered truth. He has become enlightened by getting rid of narrow prejudices. He has moved freely like the waves in the oceans of existence. His thoughts are free since he has traversed on the wings of thought. Finally, the poet says that all he writes in English dreams in the language of William Shakespeare and Keats, but he isn't Anglo. He is a poet. He has lived under various names and has a rich Indian cultural heritage of 4,000 years. He is now Amanuddin.